Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF, the mega old school TV theme mix. We're gonna do it. Na 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 na. You take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and then you have the facts of life. The facts of life. Love, exciting, and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you, the Love Boat. Beast! How are you guys doing today? I had to do a little mega mix homage to all of my favorite TV shows when I was growing up because yesterday Cindy Williams, who played Shirley on one of my all-time favorite TV shows, Laverne and Shirley, passed away, and I just got so sad seeing that news, you know, and my mom and I, who my mom passed away in 2008, when I was growing up, you know, I've said this many times. I actually said this in a video the other day talking about roller skating, and somebody said, it always makes me sad when Peter said that he didn't have any friends growing up, and I really didn't. I didn't have that many friends, and you know, I have to say, even though I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, I wasn't like a sad kid, you know, like when I was at school and I was being bullied and things like that, yeah, that made me sad. But when I was at home and I was in my imaginative world and I was skating in the driveway to Donna Summer or Xanadu or Thelma Houston or, you know, whatever, like, I was very happy, and my mom and I, we always bonded over TV shows. We bonded over Welcome Back, Kotter, or Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, Fantasy Island, Charlie's Angels. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And Laverne and Shirley was one of the shows that we watched regularly. And I can remember my mom had in her bedroom, her bathroom in her bedroom, she had these double sinks. And so we would sing the theme song to Laverne and Shirley. I always got to be Shirley. I always wanted to be Shirley because for some reason as a little kid I thought she was prettier. But anyway, and as I got older, you know, I loved Penny Marshall so much. I just was such a huge fan of Penny Marshall, and but we would brush our teeth together before I went to bed in her, you know, bathroom, and I'd have one sink and she'd have the other, and we would act like we were Laverne and Shirley, and so I just have all these fond memories of that show. So rest in peace, Cindy. You brought me many good memories as a kid growing up. God, it's so weird. Like, I get in these videos to do these funny haha drama videos, and it's like, you know, as you get older, I think, like, you know, memories are just like pieces of fabric that you find from like your favorite old sweater or old shirt, and it reminds you of certain times of your life, you know. And it was interesting because last night I finished the TV show, what's it called, Little Fires Everywhere. I've been meaning to watch it forever, and so I finally finished it last night. And there's a scene at the end of it when they, she's like looking through these pictures, and they do this cover of pictures of me. I think it's by Ingrid Michaelson in the show, but it's a fantastic version, and The Cure is like one of my favorite bands of life. And so I got online and I downloaded the song because I was like, oh my God, I love this song so much, but it's like a very slow version of the song. And I was listening to that song, and I can remember the very first time I ever heard it. Isn't that so funny how, like, music or, you know, like, theme songs from TV shows or just a TV show episode or whatever reminds us exactly where we were at the moment, you know, that we were watching it. And I can remember that I was in Arizona, and I was, like, 18 years old. I had just graduated and was visiting a family friend, and I had gone to this party, and he had left me on my own, and I had met these two girls and this guy that I would end up having as a crush, this guy, and the song Pictures of You, yeah, by The Cure came on, and that was like the very first time that I had ever heard that song. I think I had heard The Cure. I loved The Cure, but anyway, and I can remember I had bought my very first pair of Birkenstocks that day. They were green suede Birkenstocks. It's just so strange how you remember these things, you know? So anyway, if you like those kind of stories, go check out my vlog. Those are the kind of stories I tell in my vlog. But anyway, all right, let's get into, I need a little bit of lip gloss today. I didn't realize I was going to go down memory lane, I guess, that I was going to cry a little bit today. I didn't know any of that was going to happen before I even got into the drama at 5 minutes and 2 seconds. So let's get into the drama today. Now, I was going to make another Michaela Nogueira video because there's a lot of stuff going on with her right now, a lot of speculation. But I will wait and probably do that video tomorrow. I thought I'm going to give it a break for a day. I need a break. I'm sure everybody else needs a break from Michaela Nogueira. And apparently, she's not coming out and saying anything yet. So she still hasn't posted anything. And we know that Jaclyn Hill, she hasn't posted anything. Although, I do want to say this, that Jaclyn Hill, she posted this. Hold on a second. I've got so many receipts. Receipts, Whitney. Jaclyn posted this on her Instagram story. It was this little meme. And it says, nutrition fact, if you drink a gallon of water per day, you won't have time for other people's drama because you'll be too busy peeing. Stay hydrated, my friends. And I guess that includes her not being interested in Michaela's drama as well. Michaela, who she has come out and defended and said that drama channels were mean and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know where Jaclyn is. She's living her good life, hanging out, doing brunches, and all this kind of stuff. She doesn't have any time to defend her friend, you know, or do a review of this mascara or anything else. I don't know. You had one job! She's not a Christian! Anyway, so let's get into today's drama, which is about Jeffree Star, okay? And this supposed NFL player. I'm not buying it, okay? I'm not buying it unless it's like an NFL player that's like, I don't know, I don't even know the terms. Touchdown! I do have to tell this story. This is kind of funny. So, I don't typically go to Super Bowl parties and things like that. We usually get invited every year to like 1 or 2 of our friends will be having a Super Bowl party, but I don't go, okay? I've gone in the past. I don't know anything about football, okay? What is so funny about this is that both of my parents were like obsessed with sports, and especially like my mother was obsessed with college sports, college basketball. I live in Indiana, okay? Basketball is huge in Indiana. And so, I mean, my parents, like, you know, if I call them on the weekend, they were watching basketball, football, sports, always, you know? And I did play competitive tennis when I was growing up, but that's not football. So I don't know anything about football, right? But one year, my friend Tanya Jean, she had a Super Bowl party. And so a bunch of us in recovery, we went over there. This is like 20 years ago. I don't know. But a bunch of us in recovery, we went over there, and so we're like, Tanya Jean and I are like standing in the kitchen, we're like talking, everybody's like, oh, you know, like they're all screaming and shouting like when somebody gets a touchdown or whatever, and I kept on going, touchdown! I don't know what this is. Touchdown! And to this day, like, people laugh. Like, they'll go, when they see me, they'll still remember me from that, you know, Super Bowl. They'll go, touchdown! And they go like that, because I didn't know what I was doing. So, I don't know a touchdown from a free throw. I don't know any of it, okay? But I do know that I'm not believing this relationship is that this guy is like, you don't even say major leaguer. That's baseball, right? That he's like a major player in the NFL. And Jeffree has fed out, like, oh, he didn't make it to the Super Bowl. You think? I mean, this is the thing, right? It's like, I do know enough to know that these teams that were headed towards the Super Bowl are all right now in like major practices and things like that, that if it was one of them, they wouldn't be like hanging out with Jeffree Star in Wyoming. I mean, this is their career. This is what they've worked their entire lives for, that they wouldn't just be hanging out with Jeffree Star. So the fact that he fed it out, that it was kind of like, and people are gonna be like, he didn't feed it out like that. Yes, he did, okay? He didn't have to say it was an NFL player. He could have just said my new boo. He could have just said my new beau. He could have said this guy that I'm hanging out with. He didn't say any of those things. He said an NFL player. He wanted to bring attention to the fact that this guy is allegedly in the NFL, okay? I don't know. Maybe he was in the NFL at one point. Maybe he isn't anymore. Maybe he sits on the bench. Is that a thing in football? I don't know. But I'm not buying it, okay? I don't know who this guy is and whatever. And so Jeffree has continued to feed this out a little bit at a time, right? Well, the first thing that's interesting to me about this is that Jeffree came out in this series with Shane Dawson, and he said that, like, he doesn't even have time to be on his phone anymore, and he doesn't pay any attention to the drama. He could care less about the drama, and when his name comes up and whatever. And the thing that is always interesting to me whatever, whatever your relationship is with him, right, is how people can, like, I mean, he says such contradictory things, and people can defend him at any expense, and, like, forget that he said this here, but then go, oh, well, he said that there, but then this, and with that, I mean, if you hear the excuses that people make for him, it's almost kind of like, it's laughable, right? But this is the thing, and this is kind of fun, old school drama for me to cover, because these are the things that we covered back in the day. I don't think Jeffree Star takes this any more seriously than any of the drama channels out there covering it. I really don't, you know? I think he posts this, I think he puts it out there, and then he moves on, and he thinks it's kind of something funny to be doing to the internet and getting people to talk about it. Do I think that there might be some grand scheme behind the whole thing, like he's trying to, like, get a lot of, like, attention, and it's attention-seeking, and make himself relevant again? Sure, I think that Jeffree Star is somebody that always wants to be relevant. I think he always wants to be in the spotlight and things like that. It is interesting, the timing to me, that Jeffree Star has stayed out of drama for a very, very long time. I mean, he has, and I'll give him credit for that. And then all of a sudden, Michaela Nogueira comes out with this mascara situation, and now she's in the spotlight, and everybody's focusing on her, right? Before then, it was Jaclyn. Now it's Michaela. And she's getting all this attention, and out of the blue, Jeffree Star rises from the ashes, and now he's talking about that he's dating somebody in the NFL, you know, right around the corner from the Super Bowl and things like that. Like, that's very interesting to me. That it's like, what's the timing with this? And like, what's your motive for this? Like, I don't understand, okay? So anyway, and people are like, he's just in love. He just wants to share that he's in love. Okay, that's fair. Let's say that, you know, and I want Jeffree to be in love. I want anybody to be in love. I've said that in videos of mine for a long time. That, don't you love to be in love? I love to be in love, right? At the same time, when you look at historically what Jeffree has done when he has fed drama out there into the world, it is to bring attention to himself. I don't think that even the people that love Jeffree could deny that, okay? That there is a lot about Jeffree that is attention-seeking. I mean, when you just look at Jeffree's, his aura, everything about him, okay, of who he is as a person, I mean, everything that he does is very high-end attention-seeking. You know, he's done that for a very long time. That's what got his music hyped up. That's what got his music career hyped up. That's what got his lipsticks hyped up. That's what got, you know, everything. His YouTube career hyped up, everything. I mean, this is nothing new that Jeffree has done this for a long time, okay? In fact, let me pull out these are my new reading glasses that I just got. Let me pull up this receipt from December. Jeffree quoted, he posted on Twitter on December 30th, "What a crazy effing year. I escaped the Illuminati in 2021, and they still haven't killed me. Every day I wake up grateful." Then he said, "In 2020, I was going to expose everything. In a matter of days, the Hollywood elite tried to ruin my entire career, villainize me, and flooded the news with lies to discredit me. If you guys only knew the truth about what they are doing to Britney and Kanye," okay? So then he brings in the whole Britney and Kanye thing. "Anyone who challenges the system gets eliminated." And, I mean, I talked about it. I did a whole video about it at that time on this channel. You can go look it up. I can see the thumbnail in my head. It has, like, Jeffree Star and the Illuminati, like, the dollar bill thing behind him, or whatever that is, the masonry thing. You know, and so then he said, oh, the Illuminati is coming for me. Oh, the Hollywood elite is coming for me. Who's the Hollywood elite? Producers, directors, financiers of major movies and major projects in Hollywood. They were coming for you, Jeffree. The thing is that outside of the makeup community, not many people even know who Jeffree Star is. Like, that's the thing, right? I don't know about you, but if you're having conversations with people that don't watch YouTube or TikTok and beauty influencer and things like that, and you ask somebody, and listen, I've even asked people that are in the makeup industry and in the hair industry and beauty industry and things like that about what they think about Jeffree Star, and they're like, I don't know who that is. So I do know that people that follow beauty influencers on YouTube, they know who Jeffree Star is. People that followed his music career, they know who Jeffree Star is. But do I think that the Hollywood elite and the Illuminati are that concerned with Jeffree Star? No. And I think that that is a complete lie as well, right? Jeffree Star puts this stuff out there because he knows that there is a certain segment of his population of people out there that are going to continue to believe it, right? Okay, that's fine. You know, and I said this I don't know, I've said this for the last couple years, that I believe that this huge following that Jeffree Star had over a period of time where it was like, okay, 30% I think just kind of like left and they either unsubscribed or they just stopped watching what he was putting out there, and that's why I think his views dropped. I think, and this is the same thing that I think happened with, you know, Shane Dawson and things like that. The other third, I think, was kind of like waiting to see what was going to be Jeffree Star's next move, which he really, to be honest, other than moving to TikTok, hasn't had one yet. And then, and the other 30% are the ones that are kind of sitting on the fence, and they're kind of like, I don't really know. And, no. Those 30% are the ones that are sitting on the fence, and they're kind of waiting to see what he does next. And then the other 30% are the diehard fans, right? That are never, you can't tell them anything, because they are always going to be on the side of Jeffree Star. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, we like who we like. There are people that I really, really like. I mean, this is always interesting to me, because I think you guys know that there are people that I'm diehard fans of, right? I wouldn't say, like, as far as YouTube anymore, because I think, like I've said before, the veil of Oz has been lifted, and I've seen a lot behind, like, the scenes of what's gone on. And so I've really seen that these people are just kind of real people, and I think just celebrity in general, people are just real people, right? But when I think about, like, people that, like, I just have loved through the years, like Stevie Nicks, for example. I love Stevie Nicks, right? I mean, I'm thinking about going to see her in concert for my birthday. I mean, if somebody said, okay, you're going to meet Stevie Nicks tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to faint a million faints, you know, like I said back in the day. But on the same note, if it came out that Stevie Nicks, like, was involved in some kind of very problematic situation, I think I'd be like, I don't know what I think about that, right? And here is a good example. I was a huge fan of Roseanne Barr for a very, very long time, right? And, you know, then she started getting really, really problematic, and I was like, I'm not a supporter of this. Like, I can't support this. And I don't know what world you lived in, but I am a person that can, you know, I do see the artist and the art together. And and I'm still upset that she ruined the show, The Connors. I was ready for, you know, a reboot of that show. For me, I am a person that I can see the people that I am a huge fan of, and then when they do problematic things, I'm like, that is a problem, and that problem needs to be addressed, right? So, no, it's not that I'm just having a hate boner for one person or for another person or whatever. Like, I can see it across the board. I can see it even to the people that I am a fan of, or the people that I love as well, you know? And I guess maybe to some degree, I'm just asking the same of other people, you know, and this to me is very lighthearted drama that Jeffree is putting out there. If he wants to say the Illuminati are coming for him, okay, so be it. If he wants to say the Hollywood elite are coming for him, so be it. Do I think that Jeffree Star really believes that at the end of the day? No, I don't really believe that he thinks that. I just don't, okay? Do I think that he thinks that this will hype up what people believe about him? Yes, absolutely. I think there's Jeffree Star that sits in his house in Wyoming, and he has this idea of who he is, and it's, you know, he's just a human being like the rest of us, right? And then I think he has this idea of what the public thinks of him, and I think he has to really heat up that. And I think that's where we get this, what we're not going to do in 2023 is make Jeffree Star the drama. I think that's where we get that very affected voice, and we get that very affected, like, you know, all of that. It's a performance. It's a performance. It's entertainment, right? And he's an entertainer, and he always has been, and that's where we get that from, okay? But yes, I think there are two very different Jeffree Stars. I think there's a Jeffree Star over here that's just a very normal person, and then I think there's a Jeffree Star over here that is the performer. I don't know which person has gotten Jeffree in more problems over the years. I don't know. But now he wants to feed out this whole thing about the fact that he's dating this NFL player, okay? More power to you. I just did a video a couple days ago, and I was talking about the fact that Jeffree had put this picture up where he was flying on a private jet, and he was coming back to Wyoming, and the guy was sitting next to him. I mean to tell you, this guy had Vans on, apparently, in the picture. When this picture came out, I got so many people after that video that DM'd me that were speculating about who this person was, okay? And that this person wears Vans, and this, I mean, how do y'all know which NFL player wears Vans? Like, I have a couple pairs of Vans up there. It is not me, and I'm not 6'6", okay? Just so you know. Anyway, Can you imagine if, like, I hit up Jeffree Star's DMs to, like, hook up? That would never, in a million years. Y'all want to talk about the controversy of 2023? Oh, my God, would be like, if I left my husband for Jeffree Star, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Maybe that's the drama that I need. No, I would never do that. Maybe that's the drama that we both need to repair our careers. I don't know. Jeffree, hit me up. Anyway. I need some more lip gloss after that one. So anyway, no, that's never going to happen. I love my husband so much. Jeffree, hit me up. Can you even imagine the drama videos that would come out about that? Okay. So anyway, okay, so anyway, he puts this picture up and then he feeds this whole thing out about how this guy, this NFL player, is cooking him breakfast and all this kind of stuff, and they're all cozy in this snowstorm in Wyoming and whatever. And I said in my last video, I was like, hey, congratulations, you're in love, I'm happy for you and all this kind of stuff. He hasn't said he's in love. He hasn't said that this guy's his boyfriend. He hasn't said that they're moving in together. He hasn't said anything, okay? For all we know, they hooked up together one night and Jeffree said, you want to come back to my ranch with me? And he said, sure, I'd love to see your ranch. And so he came back for the weekend. We don't know. We have no idea, right? Okay. So then Jeffree puts out today, hold on a second, this thing. Damn it, Janet. Where is it at? Okay. He puts out this thing today on Twitter. I was kind of surprised he called this gal out. But anyway, so apparently he got this DM from this person on Twitter, or on Instagram, who said that she is the wife of an NFL player that people are speculating that it might be. I'm not going to say her name and call her out, but he did. He put it right up on his Twitter, and she sent the picture or she commented on the picture and she said, I'm getting harassed because my husband is in the NFL and people think it's him. Please stop. Okay? So Jeffree had the Illuminati. Then he had the Hollywood elite. Okay? And then he had the camels coming for him, okay? Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder french fry, but then he moved them into his ranch, so he's not worried about them anymore. Yakety yak and don't talk back. Now he's got the NFL wives coming for him. I mean, this is like, you cannot write this, okay? This is like, I don't know if he just sits around and he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is literally like one random person that sent in this DM, and he was like, I am taking this, and I am making this into something, right? Okay. So he takes a screenshot of it and he puts it on Twitter and he says, oh my God, now the NFL hashtag, okay? Hashtag NFL wives. So anybody that is trending anything about the NFL and Super Bowl, football, anything coming up, okay? They're going to see this. So he hashtags, oh my God, now the NFL, so don't tell me he's not doing it for some kind of motive other than to get attention, all right? Oh my God, now the NFL wives are coming after me. Girl, don't be so insecure. I don't mess with married men. And then he gives her like a kiss emoji, right? Okay. So I wanted to read some of the comments underneath here. Hold on a second. And what people are saying is, in this picture, which I will show up here right now, it says his team didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but he's 6'6" and plays perfect in the bedroom, okay? And people are saying that, like in Jeffree's sunglasses or something, that you can kind of see who he is. No, you can't. Like, you can't really see him. I will tell you what's speculative to me about it, though, is that the guy has his hoodie all the way up. So I'm like, is this somebody that has, like, a tattoo on the back of his neck or something like that? That's what I thought. But then I started getting all of these DMs from people, you guys, that literally went through the entire NFL roster, I think, and looked up anybody that was 6'6". And, I mean, and Jeffree could totally be lying about that. I mean, the guy could be 6'7" or 6'8", right? But anyway, so all these people started sending me, I mean, I got a lot of DMs from people sending me receipts of all these NFL players that are 6'6". And I will tell you that two or three of the people that they sent to me, it really, from the back, it does kind of look like it could be them. So I don't know, maybe Jeffree is dating an NFL player. I don't know. Or maybe Jeffree called this guy up and said, hey, you want to come out to Wyoming and we'll make it look like we're dating and it can be this huge prank, you know? Would that be the first time that Jeffree's done something like that? No, it wouldn't, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're dating. So I wanted to go in here and I wanted to read some of the interesting comments that Jeffree got on this thread. Now, I will say the majority of the comments that Jeffree got on this thread were people like saying, girl, why is she so bothered? You know, she needs to take care of her man, or, you know, why is she so insecure? She must know her man's cheating, and, you know, Jeffree can do it better than her, and all this kind of stuff. So there are a lot of those kind of comments on that, okay? But these are a couple of the interesting comments. Why are you blaming her? I like Jeffree, but posting with Mr. NFL left it so everyone would purposely comment on who it is. Literally, the first photo was a hand that's attention seeking. I'm sorry, Jeffree is the one insecure if you aren't going to post the person's face or name, okay? That's what somebody said. Which is interesting because somebody said later, if he doesn't want to drop the name, he doesn't have to. It's not his problem, it's everyone else's. I love how everyone thinks because someone is an influencer or famous, they have to share every detail of their life. Boo-boo, that's not how it works. Geez, I swear, entitled much? Okay, and I do want to talk about something per this comment for a second. I talked about this not too long ago when I was talking about Michaela and her fiancé. Dolly Parton has been married, I don't know at this point, 40 years, 50 years, something like that. And there's like one picture that has ever surfaced of her husband. Her husband doesn't go to photo shoots with her. Her husband doesn't go to public things with her. I mean, like he has not wanted to be a public persona, right? So if you're an NFL player and you are on the down low dating Jeffree Star and you don't want anybody to know that, and Jeffree Star doesn't want anybody to guess or to know who you are, why are you screenshotting pictures and throwing them up on Twitter and Instagram, okay? Why are you taking pictures with your NFL, hashtag NFL player on a plane? Why are you talking about your NFL player cooking breakfast for you, okay? Now, I'm sorry, but this is just stupid at this point, okay? That people want to defend this. He doesn't know, you're right. He doesn't have to post a picture, okay? But let's just be for real. Jeffree is saying hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL, and posting all these pictures because he wants to draw attention to it. He wants to, okay? If Jeffree Star wanted to date an NFL player, if Jeffree Star wanted to date one of the most famous NFL players, okay, and not have anybody ever find out about it, and fly him out on a personal jet to his ranch in Wyoming, and the person would stay out there and nobody would ever know about it, trust, Jeffree Star could do that, okay? Jeffree Star has the ability to keep whatever he wants to do private. So it's Jeffree Star that's releasing this. So then you have to ask, okay, why is Jeffree Star wanting to get everybody talking about this? You know, I mean, if it were me and I had the Hollywood elite and the Illuminati out to kill me, I think I'd be staying as quiet as possible. You know, and when you talk about the Hollywood elite and you talk about the elite and the Illuminati, I would think that that would also include people that own sports teams and things like that. I don't think I'd be messing with any of this. I'm just saying, right? So if there's truth to that, I mean, I've known people that have owned sports teams in the past, and they're extremely, extremely wealthy people, right? They would be people that I would guess would probably be in some kind of organization or like world order like the Illuminati or something like that if there's something like that out there. You know what I mean? So for me, if Jeffree's going to say that all these people came to take him down, but then you're going to post some funny ha-ha picture with you, almost can't even do it again, with your football... with the football player, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, somebody else said, what's that saying? If you have to tell someone to stay away from your husband is the problem. LOL. Is she insecure because people think it's her man? Then that's her problem. Okay, I agree with that a little bit. You're desperately craving the attention you used to get. LOL. At the end of the day, you really have not changed much. And then this person responds and says, just mad because couldn't get attention and make noise that easily. And she responds and says, I know you're kidding. Are you talking about... Okay, I don't even understand that comment. So anyway, somebody said, in her defense, his name was being thrown around as a possibility. And I have to say that her husband, his picture was sent to me by a couple people. I wouldn't say tons, but I would say 2 or 3. Stop being such a queen. Either give the world his name or just stop with the posts. And then somebody says, when someone tries to deal with something privately and then post it publicly for the world to see so you can get attention. Love you, Jeffree, but you could have just responded and moved on instead of publicly bashing everyone who has a problem with you. Very grade school of you. Thought that was interesting. People are, somebody said, people who are going after Jeffree, take a reality check. This woman snapped at Jeffree first. All Jeffree is doing is sharing his happiness. Well, I mean, the woman snapped at him. Let's see what he said. She said, I'm getting harassed because my husband is in the NFL and people think it's him. Please stop. I don't think that's her snapping. Please stop. I think that's a very nice way of asking him to please stop because people think it's him. Maybe it is. Maybe she knows it's him. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe he's at home in cozy making her breakfast. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're all sitting at home in snowstorms wearing Jaclyn Roxanne's cozy. I don't know. I'm just a drama channel, okay? Welcome back. Peace. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.